unfortunately, I never enjoyed taking him on me. And like Kwame could take him, his heartbeat was like
100%
100%.
straight.
The oxygen was high, 98,
Everything
99,
is just
100
perfect.
every time. And he was just there relaxed and enjoying singing songs to him. And but me, every time I took that child, it was going under 80.
And the machines will start
78,
beeping.
and then yeah, and
The
then it
nurses
was
will have to
beeping
quickly come.
every time. And I was like, this baby doesn't like me. He doesn't love me. He loves his dad better than me and stuff. And the nurses was every time I took him, they turned the screen
The screens, they didn't
because
want
they
her to
didn't
see it
want me to
anymore.
see. Because every time I was taking him, I wasn't even enjoying. I was looking at
The screen.
the screen. Is it going high? Is it going down? Is it going high? Is it go? Every time that was my concern because I didn't want him to die. I didn't want him to
Feel bad.
feel bad or anything. So I was always concentrating on that. And they told me, no, enjoy those moments. Don't look at the screen. Just enjoy. And that's when I was starting to understand that I was stressing. I think I was stressing him. He was feeling my heartbeat too fast, and he was feeling my stress. They told me the babies are like a sponge. They sense everything that you feel. So if you're stressed, he's going to feel stressed. If you're happy, he's going to feel happy. So
And from where she was coming, I understand. I mean, you can't go through all these kind of traumas, being operated on, had a surgery and everything. You are still not okay. You're still sick, and seeing your baby in this kind of state is not something you ever expected. And I mean, to give her the baby like this, and she was also stressing. Emotionally, she was down. She was not okay. She was not that strong. I mean, no matter
because
how much
they weren't even giving you 100%
assurance
that he's going to live. Don't worry, everything's no. It was still like he had oxygen. He had
everything. You can't even see the face. It's so small you can't see anything. Put this small oxygen in it, you can't tell what it is.
And when they were putting him on me, it was like
so small like this. You are even you see from here to here, and imagine the baby right here. It's like, from here to here. And let me show them. Oh, show them. Show. Oh, you see, it was like this telephone. You see, from here, this telephone is heavy. This is not 650. You see, and it will be like, hey! And I'm a fatist. You see, and so, and that also was one of the moments that I was stressing a lot because she was not okay. Baby was not okay, and I had to be a man, be strong.
And show that everything is
fine. That everything is going to be fine. When I know that deep inside, I'm also breaking. They say, and when we give the baby to her, when they put the baby on her and everything is going down and they had to take the baby off, she cried. And then it started with statements like, my baby don't like me. My baby don't want me. My baby don't love me. Those kind of stuff. And I understand perfectly well because, I mean, this is a mother who is coming out of this and she can't even have her baby for like 10 minutes or 20 minutes. And this skin to skin can last for hours. You can do it for hours. For me, whenever I get there and they give him to me, they just put him here. All I have to do is just like this. And I can last for about 3 hours, 4 hours like this. And it's just calm, and the nurses and doctors, everybody is happy that the levels, everything is perfect, they are okay. And then the very moment we switch and I bring him to madam, the nurses will have to intervene and come for the baby as quick. Stop. Let's take the baby, let's put him back because that everything is descending. Let's put him back.
Yeah, so good.
And I mean, she was going through a lot.
So at the moment, I didn't even want to take him anymore. I was like, "Oh, you're here,
so you just take him and stuff like that." And another moment, she has been moved from the hospital. And our kid, Kwame, had to stay in the hospital for another 3 months.
I went back home.
And she came home. And when she came home, from the beginning, walking and everything was difficult. So she was holding the walls and everything to walk, and even to take a bath is a problem. I mean,
couldn't drive anymore.
Couldn't drive, couldn't do anything. So I have to take her to the hospital, come back with her and everything so that, she can. And then they told us, one of the worst things that we could hear was that, there was something about, I don't remember what it is. They said there is something about the truth. I think it was over here, or some trachea or whatever it is that has to open. I don't know what, I've forgotten what it was.
No, I think
there
it was
something
the lungs.
in the lungs or wherever, something that had to open. And if that thing does not open, they have to operate the baby and open that thing. And the chances of the baby surviving that operation or that surgery is just 5%. So we thought everything is okay, everything is smooth. And after about 3 weeks or 1 month, we are hit with this news again. And they told us that, that's what's going to happen. And if you look at this thing so small, and they are going to, where are they even going to cut to operate? Like, it's so small. Where are you going to cut to even enter anything to go and operate and open something? I don't know how they are going to do it. I don't know. So I was so confused. I was like, what? And they were saying, we don't have a choice. You have to open him up, do that, open that thing. If we don't open it, he's not going to survive. We give you 3 days or 4 days, he's not going to survive and he's going to be gone. So we are just waiting for a day to see if it's going to open up automatically, or we're going to take this child to the theater and then go and do the operation. And if we do the operation, chances that he might survive is just 5%. So they are giving us this word that we should be prepared for it, emotionally, mentally, and in every way. Chances of surviving, 5%.
And the next day there was a baby, because there was always 2 babies in
every ward.
Yeah. So there was one when I went to see my child. They put the curtains in between that baby and mine. But every time we used to go there, it was open, so we could see the other incubator. But that day they just closed. And because the baby was gone. So when we had that news the day before, and we saw that the baby next to
us is gone.
Yes, it's gone. And he was even more mature. He was born more mature than ours.
Mature, about 8 months or 7 months, I think.
So
our
it was
own
very
was much
scary.
delicate, and then ours was 5.5 months. The other was 7 months or so, and they said no, it didn't survive. And looking at our own, and we've been given this message,
it was very scary.
We didn't know what to do. And I remember
we had some friends praying for us, our church members, because it was really
it was hard. And I remember praying with her when they gave us the information that we are going, and he's going to be operated. They're going to operate the baby in the morning. It was 5 a.m., I think. They were going to do the operation at 5 a.m. And they were going to call us around, let's say, we should rather call around 4 a.m. in the morning to find out what next. And the whole night, we didn't sleep. The whole night. And she kept on crying. I was like, everything's going to be okay. Don't worry.
And we were blessed because they didn't have to do it.
And then in the morning, she called to find out what next. We were even preparing to go there, to go and see how it's going to happen or whatever it is. And then they had to tell us that you don't have to come. We just did the scan and everything to check again. And when we checked,
it was okay.
It has opened. Oh boy.
The joy.
The kind of joy, the kind of relief that we had. And we had to quickly rush to the hospital again, go and see our baby again. And we were so happy, and the process and everything. I mean, it was intense. So for 3 months.
Yeah, because after that he went to soins intensifs, like
Like
intensive care.
Yeah.
And then he went to neonat, another service. Like he
Yeah.
did all the services.
He did all the services. All the
And when he
services.
came back home, he also had the oxygen
Yeah, for almost 2 months.
for 1 month.
1 month.
Yeah. So there was a nurse coming home every time checking the oxygen. He had that big bottle, of oxygen,
yeah.
in our room, and there was a small bottle that I could carry over
Around.
every time. Yeah, every time we were going outside,
Out.
I had to put it in a
Put it
a
at
bag.
your bag like a bag and
Yeah,
everything. And
so I
had a
was
baby.
pulling the baby and having the, the oxygen. So people were always looking at me because they could see
the strings.
Yeah.
It's like the pipes that goes into his nostrils.
So they were seeing
everything.
something
They see
out
the
of my
pipes
bag.
and bag and everything going into the baby's nostrils and everything. And it was not easy because when he is eating is a problem. Because you have to check the oxygen, vomiting. You have to check the oxygen and even at night. When he's that's the worst because you can't sleep. You have to check on him to see that if the baby, if he has moved a bit and then the oxygen has gone off, he could die. So it's like you are sleeping by your eye. You just go come up like this and you have to go and check whether it is there. Almost every 30 minutes you are awake, going to check. You can't even
I could sleep in daytime. Because I knew Kwame was here, so he was going to check on him. But at night,
it was crazy. So
and I couldn't breastfeed too.
Ooh, that part as well.
That was so horrible because I couldn't give birth normally. So I thought at least I could breastfeed, but I couldn't breastfeed because he was too small.
He was not so developed, though. So the body was also not.
And I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't develop milk either. But even if I had milk, he couldn't take it because he was too small. So I had to use the machine to pull it, and nothing was coming. And that was so stressful too.
Trust me, it was a devastating moment. That part, it took years, and it took years for me to get her mind of it. Because she was always worried about it, that she could not breastfeed her baby. That was a big, it was very traumatic for her.
So the second one, I gave it to him till he's 7 years. No, I'm joking. Till like 2.5. Oh yeah, no. I said the other ones.
She exaggerated with the second one. I was mad. Seriously, I was pissed all the time. It's like the second one, she could breastfeed.
I was over breastfeeding.
Jesus.
But yeah, when you're a woman, you can understand. But when you're a man, you can. But like as a woman, you can understand that when you don't give birth normally, you need something else to have that connection with your baby.
Well then. When you are a woman, I'm not a woman. I can't understand why, but well, that's what she did. Yeah. So that's the journey, having our first child, and who is a prematured baby.
And I wish we could know that some things like I heard the word prematured and stuff, but you never know how it really is. You don't know how they look like. You don't know what the parents go through.
The pictures we are showing over here tells you how it was. And to be there in present time, to feel it yourself. And I remember our firstborn who didn't even have hair. He was also Sakura. when he went out of all this, and they were giving him injections upon injections. Every day, about
pulling
4 or 5 injections, 4 or 5 pulling blood and everything, 4 or 5 injections, almost every. By the time, I think by the time he left the hospital, he had almost received over 100 injections. It was just too much. And I was like, this little thing, now the panic one injecting you are there and you feel like, you feel it yourself. And they've put some stuff in the mouth and everything that even if he screams, nobody hears it. There is no sound coming out.
Yeah.
So the only thing you can feel is that when they inject, you see a little bit of movement, like you can feel that akano. he's felt the pain, but he can't scream. Imagine the baby, he can't scream nothing because there are tubes and everything through the lungs, and to give him food, they've passed some strings and tubes and everything through the mouth and nose and everywhere just to feed him. And trust me, it's such an experience that
Yeah, but these nurses and doctors who take care of premature kids, they're really, really, really like angels. Like they are very kind,
is
very
very
patient.
patient.
They're they
They are
did a
doing an
wonderful job, and you can go there like 24/7 when you give birth to a premature. You
Yeah.
can go 20. I remember there because she's born in October. On the 31st of December, after church, we went there. It was around 2 o'clock. We celebrated
can
New
go there
Year
at
2 o'clock,
night,
and we
anytime.
went there. And
Anytime
yeah,
you want to go
anytime you
there.
want to go there,
I
you
mean,
can
it's
go there.
incredible how they take. If you are a doctor or you are a nurse, and you fall in line with this kind of work, we just want to tell you that God bless you. In fact,
Bless
you
you.
guys are doing on behalf of every parent who has gone through this process of having a prematured baby. We want to say a big thank you for your services. Honestly, it was incredible.
And something
How-
that really helped too was that the doctor who was taking on like the director, the doctor
director of the
director of that
neonatal.
service was premature. She was born at 7 months.
Yeah,
So it was giving hope to when you were seeing her, like, because I thought that maybe he was going to grow up and won't be okay.
Yeah.
I thought that he was going to have a lot of problems, but he had, but that there could be worse. Some can have handicaps, some can have asthma, some like there's a lot of things. And after that, it wasn't easy because every time people were asking how old is he, we had to say the fake age and the real age.
yeah. Because if we looked at his developmental, his growth, his chart of growth, you can see that although
was
maybe
late.
maybe his group mates, they are 7 years old and they are behaving like 7 years old kids, and he is rather behaving like a 4-year-old kid. So it was like people were like, from the way he behaves, it's more like
Yeah,
that's not his age. Why is he behaving like maybe
Because
a 4-year-old or something?
he was
Because
growing well. His height was good and
height,
stuff.
everything is
So
perfect.
at his age, we're like, he should be walking by now. But no,
Yeah.
in his real age, he
Yeah.
should be walking. But in his fake age, he's not yet
he's not yet there.
there. Yeah, and I gave birth at the same time with like I had a cousin and a friend who were pregnant at the same
We
time.
didn't at the same period.
Like they were pregnant before me, but I gave birth
Before
them. So their kid developed very, very well, but mine was always late because he was.
And when they are playing together, you could see the difference.
The difference.
You could see it that our child is actually
Yeah.
behaving like a baby instead of
He
maybe
talked
behaving
very
like a 7 years
late.
old. He talked very late,
Yeah.
everything. But now, as I'm talking to you, here are some pictures we've shown you. I mean, he's incredible. He's doing very well in school, doing very well for himself. He's doing everything that he has to do as any other normal child. If we don't tell you, you won't even
You won't know.
You won't even know that's him. Very intelligent, very brilliant, and doing very
Like his
well.
mom. Oh God. Yeah. He really looks like his mother.
So, guys, thank you for coming. I don't want to spoil the day. This series has been an interesting one, and we strongly believe that you've loved it, and we will come back with more series, and then we will talk about. This will be the end of the whole series, and we just want to tell you that thank you so much for
Thanks
being
for
here,
watching
and
today.
we know that you have been motivated enough. And if you are going through the same process right now,
Or if you went through.
or if you went through, know that we love you and we share the same sentiments with you, and God is going to come through for you.
Amen.
God bless you for being with us on Betflix.
God bless you guys. And yes, if you had experience, because each pregnancy is different. I had 3 kids and all my pregnancies were different.
It was all different.
When I
It
gave
was all
birth was different. So maybe there are new couples here. Maybe there are people thinking about having kids and who would like to see some testimonies. And yeah, because if I had these kind of videos, if I saw something like that before I gave birth, I would be like, oh, okay, so this can happen.
This can happen.
Yeah.
But we had no clue.
But when
For
you have no
us,
clue, it's more difficult.
it was a
So I hope
surprise.
that this can help a lot of you. I hope that some of you who have had good or bad experience too can share with us and can share with our followers, subscribers too. And yeah, we would love to interact and to see your stories too. So don't forget to like, to share, and to give us comments. And thanks a lot for being here every time.
We love you. Take good care of yourself. Bye.
Bye.